9th out of 33 countries in the Caribbean, Latin American region as it relates to the high cost of living. How much does it really cost the average person per month to live in Jamaica? Well, here to help break down the numbers are economist Dr. Andre Houghton and executive financial advisor Wendy Wallace. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
How is the morning?
We're going to find out in a short while. I want to know if I live in Jamaica properly or not.
All right,
yeah.
Let's get into it. We're talking about cost of living. What are we really talking about?
All right, when you talk about cost of living, you're really looking at the monthly basket that people purchase, right? And then you put each month together, you get an annual basket. You're looking at housing, you're looking at clothing, you're looking at transportation, you're looking at food, you're looking at utilities, you're looking at education, you're looking at healthcare, and so on and so forth. In statins, what they call consumer price index, food make up about 40%. Transportation about 12%, 12.8%. Housing also 12.8%. And then the other items are scattered about. But those are the bulk of the expenses for the average household per month.
And for that particular survey, in which we ranked 9th in terms of high cost of living, those are the things that were really considered.
Yeah, man, those are the things that are considered. When you look at day-to-day living expenditure, transportation, people going to work, coming home from work. Look, the average Jamaican earns, say, 100 US per week, which is about $15,000, right? And when you think about purchasing lunch for the week, the average person per day spends like $1,000 per lunch. So that's right, $7,000 right there. Half of the salary you receive goes on lunch.
That's a statin figure, by the way, that 100 US, that weekly wage of 100
No,
US?
what we do, we look at the average income and we look at people at different income threshold. Okay. So it's 70% of the population earn less than 1.5 million a year. So when you look at it that way, when you break it down, bring it down to the nitty-gritty, it works out to 100 US per week.
100?
Per week.
US per week.
That's
okay.
$16,000
per week. So what are the factors that generally influence the cost of living, Wendy?
Well, I had to make a list now because when I did my list, I never know that it was so expensive to live, like for regular persons. Because when you look at, let me tell you now, when you look at someone paying a car loan, they pay between 70 to 130,000. And I'm talking about bare minimum. I'm not talking about people paying 200,000 for a car loan. I'm talking about bare minimum.
Them they are 10-year, 11-year car.
Okay, now? If you're talking about a mortgage, you go from about mortgage and rent about 60 to 150,000. I'm sometimes talking about a single person or a sick person, a child that is paying this. When you look about utilities, JPS is between 8 and 20,000, water 5,000 to 10,000, internet 8,000 to 13, gas 30,000 to 50,000 per month. I'm giving you the monthly cost. Grocery between 50 to 100, and it is bare minimum.
And you know, add toll if you don't live in a Kingston.
That too,
okay.
And not to mention self-care, hairdresser. I'm not talking about daily hair, I'm talking about regular hair, like curl hair.
No, talk about my hair.
Talk
about my hair.
No, hairdresser is like 10,000, 15,000. You got daily hair now, you go 80,000, 70,000 because the hair alone, nails alone are 5,000, 10,000. That's a regular, like you just said, a regular pedicure, manicure, lunch. Like you said, between 20,000 to 30,000, that is $1,000 a day. Plus, you don't factor in if you have a child going to school and they're taking the transportation, like they are on a bus system, or if you're paying prep school fee. So cost of living is really very high, and that is just bare minimum. Not to mention the insurance at one time, because if someone take critical illness, have to pay, that have to pay, your car maintenance, just wash your car is about $1,500, I wash every week. So it's about 5,000 to 15,000. Phone bill, 5,000 to 20,000. If you use credit or you pay a bill, it still adds up.
So when you did something that I encourage everybody to do, because this year never hit me till me put pen to paper.
Right. And that's what she literally did. Hold it up, like.
No, So
actually.
True. So like many of us, you know, every month you get paid and then you just try to pay the bills and you travel. And then one month me say, no, hold on them. I have to start paying for some things. And then I realize that even some work where I do, I subsidize the job.
Right.
I subsidize the workplace more than I earn from them. So those are some of the things that but when they just read a while ago,
Not even to interject. Not even to mention persons who are looking after their aging parents.
Right.
Don't even talk about that.
You not put health issues on that.
Because the average person on my paper earns between 300 to 500,000. I remember this is after tax.
So then
this is not before tax now.
All right,
after
guys. I'm have to go process this.
Right, take your time. So there are two questions I have. One, what recommendations can you make for a government to drive down the cost of living? That's one question. But I think let's put it more on us as individuals. What can we do to kind of manage our cost of living? I mean, are there some tips that you can provide to
from a government standpoint, we have to approach it as a multifaceted problem. Food, as I told you before, make up about 40% of the budget. But not just agricultural food, also other type of processed food, etc., etc. But what we've realized that because agricultural food is the primary product, the high cost of agricultural crops feed into the cost of other products that are made from the primary product. And Jamaica has been impacted by flood sometimes, and then when it's not flood, it's drought. So we have never been able to find that happy medium. So I think a significant portion of the budget needs to be spent on how we, one, build a catchment and store water, and two, and then how we redistribute water across the different agricultural parishes.
And generally addressing food security.
Yes, because when you look at it, we won't be able to produce all the food that we need.
Right.
We'll have to import some. But what is important is that we're producing something that is of value that we can export. And that is the nature of the Jamaican economy. What we have been doing is that we have been producing goods that don't fetch a real economies of scale, and we cannot really export it in order to buy what we want to buy.
Spoken at the wheel, Andre.
Yes.
How does something like the Ministry of Labor,
Or rather, our Ministry
No, I'm a Ministry of Labor.
Okay.
Because sometimes when I meet the average Jamaican, and they say, boy, my salary now make it, you know.
Sure.
I can't. And when I ask my company, them say, them not have it for pay. But then when the year-end figures are posted on the stock exchange information, you see companies making 200% profit, 150% profit, while telling the worker that, well, we don't have it to pay you. Where does Ministry of Labor come in to say, to protect the worker?
There have to be a bargaining strategy.
Yes.
I mean, most companies are attracted to Jamaica because of the cost of our labor, I must say.
Yes.
It's cheaper relative to many of our trading partners, cheaper relative to many countries close to us. I think that we now have to look at the low-wage, low-tech economy that we have and begin to realize that now we have to begin to increase the ability of our people to earn more income. Let me tell you something. 60% of our working population has no qualifications. 60. So what that means is that if you don't have no qualification, it means you're not going to earn in the medium and upper scale. No, just the CXC and them look at them. So you need the qualifications, and the higher you go up the ladder, diploma, associate degree, the higher the chance of you getting a better income. And that is what we need to look at. How do we build our human capital? Because there are countries in the world who pride themselves in providing high human capital to the job market. But we are still on the model.
We pride ourselves in paying low salary to people because them not have the qualification, but we want them to do the work.
But you have people who have qualifications.
Me would say it, you know, me not go around the bush. Me reach the age now when me have to talk the truth in Jamaica. And we hire people when I have the qualification because to do the job because we don't want to pay. And I'm wondering at what point does somebody step in and say the people of Jamaica, the hardworking people, need to be compensated for what they do.
That's true.
Yeah. Wow, we could talk hours about
this. Living getting higher.
But you also ask a question about what persons can do.
Yeah, but we've got to go.
Okay.
But sure.
Let me just 1 minute to tell you that right now I help people with budget because sometimes we spend money on things. To be honest with you, salary for some persons is really not enough. Really just, and they're not living above their means. They're not living within their means. They're really living below their means.
Correct.
And it is really, it's really a stretch. But budgeting is a thing that can really and truly help you to kind of mitigate what is supposed to come. So what I do sometimes, I help a lot of persons do their budget, and I hold them accountable to stick to it. So I know what is skill in Jamaica.
You see the man over there, no, you see the man over there, if we go,
okay.
If we not go, you have to go, my budget I go cut in half, because they going to fire me. So, but look out for Wendy, and she can help you. Economist, Dr. Andre Horton, Executive Financial Advisor, Wendy Wallace. She's on social media. Wendy Wallace, look out for her.
So it's Andre.
Yes. After the break, well, it means everywhere. After the break, where we are go? How the Scientific Research Council helps our small businesses. Yeah, we'll soon come.